to Marina's Kitchen. Today, first of all, I hope you all had a safe and happy Christmas. I had it with my family and we all had a good time, thank you. Now, I'm going to do some Mediterranean stuffed eggplants. They are very nice. I like to give them a try. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you what I do. You get an eggplant about that size, a nice, not a big one, but just a medium size, and I've cut it in halves. And what I do is I want to cut out that flesh from inside. So what I've done is here, I just have to cut it all out and dice it all out and scoop it out, because we're going to fill it out. We're going to fill these eggplants with lentils and tomato and the flesh from the eggplant, okay? So now we have to scoop all this out, and then I've got to fry it up in my pan, okay? I'm going to show you what to do. Because we've got to go ahead and do this, when I scoop it out, I've got to bake them, and that's what they look like when they bake, so we can fill them up, okay? So now what we do is just scoop all this flesh out from the eggplant, leave about half an inch on each side, and don't go right down, just enough to scoop it out and make a nice scoop of your eggplant, that's all. And all these pieces, you cut them up in little pieces and we fry them in the pan. That's what we do. This is the first stage, what you've got to do. Now, this is what I've done. Just scoop it out as much as possible like that. And then we're going to fry all this flesh from the eggplant. So just keep on doing that. Just take it all out, scoop it all out, and you've cut it out about half an inch around each slice of eggplant. There you go. That's what you do. Once you've done all that, what I do is that I'm going to spray them with olive oil, okay? Just give them a nice spray like that, okay? And we're going to put them in the oven for about 15 minutes to this stage where they just soften up, and we're going to fill them, okay? So they have to go into the oven and get stuffed up after. So what we do with this is I just chop it up in all little pieces, and I put it in a pan with a bit of oil, and I fry it up. And that has to fry it up for about 5 to 10 minutes until it goes nice and soft. Now to that I have put my cracked pepper to it, some nice cracked pepper to it, and then after I'm going to put, what I got to add here is I got a tin of lentils I've got to put all my stuff in. This is going to be a beautiful Mediterranean stuffed eggplants, and I just have a tin of nice drained lentils, and then here I've got half a cup of diced tomatoes, okay, that's that. Now I'm going to add a bit of oregano to my tomato, and I'm going to add a bit of garlic to my tomatoes, just a half a clove of garlic to my tomatoes, okay. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt to my crushed tomatoes and some cracked pepper. Cracked pepper to the lentils, make it some nice flavour. Now that has been cooking for about 5 minutes, the flesh of my eggplant. Now to that I'm going to add my lentils, just add the drained in lentils to that cooked eggplant and the tomato. Just add everything together. While you're doing all this, in the meantime, you're baking your shells of your eggplants. See, they just got to be enough that they're just nice and soft enough to be cooked. So let them cool down, and then we're ready to fill them up, okay? So that's what we got to do. We'll just leave them there. Now this has got to be all mixed together. I'll just add this all out of the way. This is the lentils, the flesh from the eggplant, and that nice tomato, half a can of crushed tomatoes, all lovely, and a bit of garlic, oregano, and salt and pepper, and that's all you need to that. That's all we need. Now, what we need for the topping is we need some nice crumbed cheese and egg and some breadcrumbs. Okay, so we got a cup of nice grated cheese, Parmesan cheese, and I've got about half a cup of Panko breadcrumbs. So I like to put the Panko breadcrumbs, they come nice and crunchy. And I've got parsley. I've got that all together like that with that nice parsley, and I'm going to add some nice cracked pepper to that also to give it some nice flavour. And in the meantime, these have cooled down. You can go ahead and bake those beforehand, so you've cooled them down. You've still got your oven on, about 220 and 180, 200, yeah, about 200 I'd say so. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to fill these up with this lovely filling of this lentils, the flesh from the eggplant, and half a can of crushed tomato, and it's all seasoned together with a bit of garlic, oregano, and salt and pepper. Now, these are just beautifully, just pick them up like that and just fill them up with this lovely lentils mixture. Just fill them up as much as you can, and then we're going to put that lovely crumbed cheese and crumbed egg, crumbs on top. Look, that's all we need to do. Just fill them up like that. And all they got to go into the oven is only about 20-25 minutes, and they're just lovely until that crumb on the top is all gone nice and brown. So there, look, just fill them up like that. Beautiful. There's enough filling there. You can fill them up as much as you want to. Give them enough sufficient. I've just done 2 here. That's plenty. It all depends how many you want to do. This can of lentils is just enough for 2 eggplants and half a can of lovely crushed tomatoes through it all. And that flesh from, there's also that flesh from the eggplant that we picked out and fried up. So look, just put it all together there. Lovely. And now these go into the oven for about 20 minutes until that nice crumb on the top is lovely browned up. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put this beautiful crumb on the top like that. Just press it down. Just press it down. And that'll just all go nice and brown on the top. They are really nice. There's something different with that lentils in the center of it. If you like lentils, just give them a go. They're beautiful. I've got enough here. I've got more than enough of my cheese and my breadcrumbs, but just give it a lot, as much as you can on top of it. Look, just pack it in like that. Just press it all down and put your oven on. Like I think 220 is plenty. 200. 15 minutes until that crumb on the top is lovely and brown. Just mix it all up like that. Press it all down. Make it all nice. You've got plenty here. Actually, there is sufficient there to make more. Look, just keep on putting some more in. You've got this extra here. You can put it in a little plastic bag and you can freeze that crumb there. It's easy. You can use it again. That lovely cheese and the breadcrumbs, you can still use it again. Look, that's just nice. Just keep on doing that. Put sufficient on top. That's lovely. That'll just all brown. I think that's enough. It's just enough for everything. And some lovely parsley through it. I've got some nice parsley through it. And now look, they are ready to go in the oven. And I have already cooked a couple for you. So I'm going to show you what they look like when they are cooked. Just put them in the oven, 20 minutes, and that until that's all nice and brown on the top. And they come like this, lovely, that lovely brown crust on the top with that lovely lentil filling with that tomato, and just seasoned it with oregano and parsley on the top of that. And look, that is and look, it's something different. If you like eggplant, give it a go. And lentils is something different. It's good for you, so you can serve it with even a nice steak or a salad, whatever you want. Look, that's lovely. Try them. They are my Mediterranean stuffed eggplants. I hope you give them a go and try them. We've got plenty here. Look, that was 1 can of lentils, half a can of crushed tomatoes. I put a bit of garlic through it, salt, pepper, and look, and that's what they look like. So I hope you like them and go ahead and try them, okay? Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.